Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again, and it is Young's Garden, of course. Today I would like to share with you my summer harvest, and summer is almost over, but this is a video that I recorded mid-summer where I harvest some of my chicken eggs and quail eggs, and of course don't forget some of our fruit that we have in the season in the summer, which is dragon fruits. And this is an unknown dragon fruit, and we finally got it this year. We've been waiting forever, and of course if you stick around, we also gonna harvest some white sapote and strawberry tree fruit or berries, if you will, and also some water apple, green water apple. And here my family is gonna harvest some dragon fruit. This is a red unknown variety. We've been waiting for this day probably 2.5 years since we got the cuttings from my sweet aunt. Thank you, Yito, you're the best. They have so much dragon fruits, and they have it in a pot just like this, but way stronger and bigger, and they have so much fruit, and I tried it and it is so delicious. This is so new to me, so this fruit comes out to be a little bit smaller than I expected, but I tried it already and it's super delicious and super sweet, all natural. I didn't feed it any chemical, anything out of the ordinary, so it's very organic. Here, you know, I tried to make it simple and put some sticks on the side, and I know it's not gonna last because I know dragon fruits tend to be very heavy, so every time when I harvest some fruits, of course, they said to cut the stem, if you will, cut it down, trim it, but yeah, just so it won't get, you know, overcrowded, too heavy. Here is my white sapote, which is grafted. I think I got this for $150 at Mimosa in La Palma or Stanton, I believe, somewhere around there, and it's already grafted, and I tried the fruit. It was so delicious, I had to get one myself. And they said white sapote is very sweet. I really regret harvest this so early. I don't have much experience, but you can leave it on the tree and let it maybe turn yellow before you harvest it, and then wait like about few days or a week. Keep it in the house on your table somewhere, and it will ripen by itself. But I believe I cut it too fast, too early, so it took me longer than a week. And you know what? The fragrant aroma is just amazing, out of this world, very tropical. It smells so delicious, so fragrant, and so fresh. Unbelievable. I mean, I just can't believe it that not a lot of people know about the white sapote. But yes, it's so sweet. So I'm so glad I got so much dragon fruit this year. Been waiting for it forever. I love dragon fruits, and I try to collect as many variety as I can over the years, but actually it took forever for others variety to grow, probably like an inch every year, believe it or not. So this variety that I got from my aunt, it just grows and grows like no other. And these are the fruits that came from it. So all these cuttings, all these fruits came from the cutting that my aunt gave me. She only gave me probably a handful, and it grew so fast. And believe it or not, I had to trim it down and trim it down. But the ones that I collected from other people, seriously, it barely grows on me. So I wish I know the variety of this because it grows so fast. I know it's been like probably 2 years and a half before I got the fruit, but to be honest, compared to other variety, it is really fast. And here's my strawberry tree, trung. There's so many names with this fruit. Cotton candy, Panama. This is so delicious. It tastes just like cotton candy, very sweet, and it just keeps coming. This year, the berries is kind of small this year because I have so much on this tree. My first few harvests, the first time when the tree was just still small and growing, the fruits was really big because it was just very few of it. But now, since I have so much all at the same time, the fruit tends to be a little bit small, which is fine. This is very fun for kids. They love picking this, eating it up. It just smells really good and tastes like vanilla or cotton candy. Is so delicious. And fun for adults. I remember going to Vietnam and the kids would follow me and they would pick these fruits for me. It was so sweet of them. And you can barely see some of these on their tree because if there's any fruits on the street, fruit trees, who's going to get it first? The kids, of course. So if there's any 1 or 2 on the tree, it will be gone before you know it. So but it was so fun visiting Vietnam, and just eating this just takes me back to all these great memories of Vietnam. And here it is, guys, giant tree, just keep growing. I tried to remove this and relocate to a different location, but it was too late for me because the root was already reaching the ground. This is actually in a pot when I started it, but now that it's already grounded, it was so impossible for me to move it. The trunk is very thick, so I can't do anything right now but to just leave it and let it grow, unless I decide to chop it off and start over. But as for now, it's in a nice location, and it gives off like a lot of fruits for the kids, so I'm just gonna keep it where it's at. As you can see, there's so much fruits to harvest, and it just keep coming this whole summer. Every time I come out of the backyard, full of fruits. And here is some of the water apple. This is the green variety, which is from my neighbor. They allow me to pick some fruits, but I've been so busy that it's just dropping and no one's picking it up to eat it. So here I am just making this video and showing you what's left of it. This was so much at one point, but it keep dropping. These water apple tend to be very sensitive once it's mature, so you really have to pick it before it falls, because it do get heavy and it just fall by itself. So look how cute this is. See, it just falls so easily because it tend to get really heavy. So there it is, folks. I got a really full basket, and my neighbor has so much fruit trees, as you can see, just hang over our house, and they are very sweet to let us share their fruits, because of course they can't finish it all themselves, so they like to share with us. So they allow us to pick any fruits that's just hanging over our house, and of course we tell them the same thing. If any of our fruit trees come over to their house, they can feel free to pick it, like blackberries. They love our blackberries, Prime Art Freedom. They love the taste of it and how juicy it is. And so we tend to try to share with our neighbors and just get to know them, and being nice to them comes a long way. So here I'm just trying to organize my little basket just to make it presentable and make it look nice. And it's so much fun over the summer just to collect all these seasonal fruits. And here it is time to harvest some chicken eggs. I got some blue chicken eggs and the white chicken eggs. And this part is it gets kind of dirty. I usually don't wear gloves because I wash my hands afterward, but the eggs are, just sitting there and it gets kind of dirty, as you can see. And the chicken would just like walk all over it sometimes or sit on it. So as you can imagine how dirty that is. Here's my second cage, and you can see green and beige color. This is my second basket of the day, and I'm picking up some quail eggs and some blue quail eggs. Here they are, just running around. This is basically my free range quail cage, and just harvesting all these quail eggs. It's always fun to have just organic eggs laying around. Some of these eggs are fertilized. And that is a valley quail, California valley quail. It has that little thing on its head. I have a few variety in here. Caturnix. So Caturnix, Saladin, which is the blue egg. Birds that carry the blue genes, that's Saladin. And California valley quails. And bob white snowflakes, which it's not in here right now, but I do have that. And what else? And this big giant one that you see on the left side, that is chucker, is a big variety of a quail bird. Right there on the left, that's a huge big bird, chucker. I got a few, but only 2 hatched and 1 survived. So I'm not sure if that's a female or not, but I did see a huge egg. So I'm not sure if that's it. See, right here is probably from that bird. So I'm thinking that's a female. So yeah, it's quite big. And some of the birds, as you notice, it's the feather is like not even there because they are harassed by other male. The male tend to pull it out when they mate, so they get really harassed and really abused, really beaten up. So I thought, having the open range will have them defend themselves and run away, but it looks like it's even worse, which is kind of weird. Here is what I harvest today. which is a lot. So I usually wash them, just put it in the water for 30 minutes. So let it nice and clean and rub it out. I don't use soap or anything. I just rub it, use water, rub it out. And then that's pretty much it. And it's nice and clean. Let it rinse out and dry and put it in the fridge. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. Bye.